What's up, Wastelanders? Boys and girls, prepare to be astounded, bedazzled, and otherwise stupefied.
You talk a lot. Sound funny when you talk like a stupid human.
I am online once again. Tremble, world, before my electric heating coil of doom.
What's up, Wastelanders? Hello and welcome to Tapes from the Wastes, a Fallout fan podcast bringing you gameplay discussion, lore talk, news discussions, and all things Fallout adjacent. Now, if you're listening to this, you might notice right off the bat that I can barely speak right now. I am very unwell. We've been pushing to get this new episode out, and Eric, God bless him, has recorded his segment for the podcast, and I had some plans to contribute quite a bit. I'm not going to be able to do that today. If you can hear this, you can probably hear how unwell I am, how stuffy I am, and how bunged up. And talking for any length of time is a very difficult experience. It's that time of year, you know, colds are going around, it's winter, and yeah, I'm suffering a bit. So there's not going to be a lot of Fallout talk from me on this episode, I'm afraid. Thank you as always for stopping by to listen to our show. I won't make you endure my horrid sounding voice for too much longer, but I just did want to jump on and give a quick intro before I pass over to Eric, because it is an exciting time in Fallout 76. We have had a very large update come to Fallout 76, and Eric is going to deep dive into the update and talk about his initial experiences with it. I've also been playing Fallout 76, but yes, I'm not going to be able to give some extensive chat on it today, I'm afraid. I'm actually just recording this very quickly, like not even without my proper podcast setup or anything. I needed to get this intro on and make my excuses. I'm having to kind of start to do like a big sniff or a cough as well. So yeah, but I appreciate you stopping by. I am going to hand over to Eric. As I said, I have sampled some of the update. I might do a little postscript, you know, a follow-up to this episode before Christmas and get out some more thoughts on Fallout, because there was some other stuff I wanted to cover today about like Fallout in 2024, some of my other gameplay talk and things that are going on. It is Game of the Year season as well. There's no Fallout for Game of the Year because, you know, why would there be? We haven't got a new game, but yeah, there was a few things I wanted to touch on, but I'm going to have to skip over all that today because it's just not possible for me to keep talking. This is a painful experience for you and me. But yeah, Eric, the hero as always, has stepped in to give you some solid reactions to the update. Let us know what your reactions are as well. You know, comment on the podcast on Spotify, reach us on Twitter. I think Eric is going to be making a Blue Sky account for us as well. I am not currently using Twitter anymore, but we are still here. We're still loving Fallout. There's always lots to talk about and lots to say. So yes, apologies to those looking forward to hearing from me today, all two of you out there. I'm going to hand it over to the main man, as always. Eric, take it away for the latest update. I can't even speak. Eric, please take it away for the latest update to Fallout 76.
Thank you so much, Kelsey. And yeah, we just got a huge update. There's so much to go over with this. It's going to... might take a bit, but let's start off with the one we all have been looking forward to, pets. So yes, we finally have pets, and they are part of the scoreboard, but if you want to get them early, you can spend 1,200 atoms on either a cat or a dog. I got both on PC. I am going to be getting the kitty on Xbox very soon, but I did get the dog. And they are basically something you can place in your camp. they don't do a whole lot. They can give you a legendary item. I've gotten a lot of 1 stars, but I have heard some people have gotten some pretty nice weapons from their pet. It just happens randomly once every few hours or so. You can also decorate them. Not decorate them, that's a bad word. You can give them a collar. Customize them, I guess is what they call it. I have the bundle, so I gave them the red ribbon collar. And there's also something that you get with the bundle with the cat. You get a scratching post, like a cactus scratching post. And with the dog, you basically get this hole that they can dig into. Kind of funny. But I swear, I've heard some people question this, but it looks like the German Shepherd is dog meat. It's essentially dog meat from Fallout 4. Same animations, like he'll tilt his head at you, he'll yawn, sometimes roll around. But yeah, we've been waiting for pets forever, and they are finally here. Like I said, there are a couple of other skins that you can have that you get from the scoreboard. I think they're in the 80s. I'll look into that before the end of the episode. Now, one thing that I would like, and I've heard people say that they can do this, but I had some super mutants attack my camp, and Dogmeat just kind of looked at them. But I've heard that there is an interaction where you can have them fight, because they're basically camp allies, right? That's kind of what they are, except they don't give you quests, and they can't go out on missions with you, so it's not full-on dog meat or cat meat with the gray tabby. But it would be nice if they at least helped you defend your camp. And like I said, I'd heard that there are interactions when your camp is being attacked that you can have them help. But when they're not, your camp isn't getting attacked, you can pet them, which if you're in third person, doesn't really look like you're petting them. You're kind of clapping at them. But if you're in first person, it does look like you're reaching down. You can have them speak, so they'll either bark or meow, or you can have them sit, which if it were the cat, would they actually listen? Probably not. I don't know. I don't have cat meat placed in one of my camps on PC yet. So I do need to look into that. Another thing that we got with this season update is titles. So we do have player titles. You get some to start with. My main character for both platforms is the Golden Fire Breather, because of course I always light stuff on fire. I'm always a pyromaniac, I guess. One thing I noticed though is that with my pyro character, like my Fallout feed character, I'll get into that here in a little bit, because I am doing a character for the Fallout feed with their 76 roundtable right now. But with Pyro, my Fallout feed character, I could not give him the same title. Those player titles were missing, so I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. But yeah, I thought that was kind of odd. But as far as the titles go, you can get more through doing events, mole miner pails, things like that. I know there's some that are specific with the raid, which I'll get into here in a minute. But yeah, I got, there is a whole list. Jessica Starr actually showed me a list of all of the player titles that you can get and where from. Let me look into that. Give me just a second here. Here we go. So yeah, there's a player title checklist. You can get some from the season pass, which yeah, that is something you can get through the seasons. There are plenty of player titles that you can get as rewards for the season. There are some that you get from the quests, like I said. There's some that you can buy from the Atom Shop. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how much they cost. I'd have to look into that. I can't imagine it being very much because it's basically like an icon, right? Landlord, that is one that I actually just got from doing eviction notice. So yeah, this doesn't say what quest you're getting them from, but yeah, there are prefixes and suffixes that you can have as your player title now, which is kind of cool because a lot of games do that as a way to show off your accomplishments and things like that. So, the biggest thing that happened with this update is they introduced raids. Now, there were raids before. Actually, before I started playing, there was the Vault 94 raids. I didn't get to take part in that. That was within the first year of the game, and it sounds like I just missed it. But that one, from my understanding, you could set the difficulty for it before you started it. This you cannot. So this raid is in 5 parts. It's called the Gleaming Depths. And each part is instanced. And you have to have a raid team. I mean, I guess you don't have to. I've heard of people soloing this. I don't know how the fuck they did that. Because it is super difficult. So it starts out with a giant robot sentry bot. It's kind of a sentry bot, but it's in the center of this room. And the room is surrounded. It's a circular room, and it is filled with pillars. So the sentry bot has a really tough shield that you take out, and then the robot becomes vulnerable, and you can damage the robot. And then after a certain amount of time, the room is basically going to explode, and you need to get in a storage closet. And once the explosion happens, that room is no longer available to... I mean, you can go in there, but it's not going to protect you. And you keep doing that until the robot is down. And you have a certain amount of time, because I think eventually there's just... you can't do it anymore. The next part is a drill with a bunch of mole miners, and you're trying to protect it. You're trying to fuel the drill so it can dig down farther into... This whole thing, I believe, is an enclave facility. So you're trying to get into the enclave facility. And you're going around finding fuel for the drill, and the cave is filled with stalker mole miners. Now, these mole miners are a bitch to deal with. It's like being in a fucking horror movie. They will one-shot kill you. And, well, I mean, anything in this will. Like the giant robot will, the Vulcan robot stalkers will. But these stalker mole miners are no joke. I did this raid once in the PTS with Shreds from El Gato Pub and Barley, who is also a member of the Gato community. And not only were these stalker mole miners one-shot killing you, but they were also shredding your armor in one hit. Now, that's not happening anymore. I mean, the one-shot killing is, but they're not destroying your armor in one hit anymore. Actually, I don't remember my armor being damaged at all through this whole thing. So that is part 2. Part 3 is the Vulcan robot stalkers. Now, these are all robots that are in Vulcan power armor. Now, think kind of how the Scorched are. Basically where it's got these green crystals sticking out of it. It's pretty badass looking. Oh, I should mention also, doing like each section of these raids, you get rewards after it. Also, you have 1 life per instance in these raids. So if you die, you're not revived until either your teammates make it through or everybody dies, and then you get another shot, and then you have to start that section from the beginning. But your progress is saved for whoever starts the raid. So if you're the leader of this raid and you need to leave and come back, you start where you were. So yeah, the robot stalker that are in there's 3 of them, and they're all in Vulcan power armor. And you have to destroy the generator that is shielding these Vulcan robots. And there are iBots that will come and repair these generators, these shield generators. But you have to take out the shield generators and then take out the robots, drain them while they're vulnerable. Kind of like the first robot, only these are mobile. But yeah, they're tough, but it's not bad. The next part is these, it's where there's a bunch of ultracite crystals that are protecting creatures. So there's a bunch of mole rats, there's mireworks, there's death claws, Yaoguai. So what you do is you destroy the crystals, and that will damage the creatures. They're invulnerable otherwise. So you have to lead a bunch of these creatures into where one of these crystals are. And you have to, like, the bigger the crystal is, the more damage it does. So you want to save the big crystals for, like, the death claws and things like that. But really, yeah, again, it's not, this part isn't tough. But it's tough, but it's not terrible. Then, finally, we get to the giant snake, which is called the Ultrasight Terror. This part is tough, too, because the snake has several different attacks. It has a screeching attack that will knock you off. You're in this area. It's like the center of a volcano. You're on this platform, and you're surrounded by acid, like green acidic, like lava. And, by the way, there's a path to the arena. And if you're standing on the path to the arena when the snake shows up, the path disappears and you will die. I know because that happened to me. So, the snake has a screeching attack that will knock you off the platform. It will spit acid at you. There's acid around the arena. It's not the worst. Oh, also, after a certain point, there is the snake's tail will appear, and if you don't take it out quickly, it will destroy part of the arena for you. The tail will come down and take out part of the arena. So, yeah, that's fun. This part, it's tough, but the worst part about it is that that section is really unstable on Xbox for me. I've been doing this with friends, and I have yet to actually complete raid because it keeps crashing or freezing on me. Lots of crashing. From my understanding, it's a lot more stable on PC. I've yet to do a raid on PC, but from what I've heard from a lot of my friends, they've been making it through without any issues. So, yeah, for whatever reason, it's just, I don't know what it's like on PlayStation. I would imagine it's the same as Xbox, but the snake area in particular is super unstable. So, Bethesda, if you're listening, I'm pretty sure you already know about this, but please fix it. Make it stable. Because I'm having a lot of fun with this, but god damn is the stability issues frustrating. I've gotten a lot of the rewards. Well, not a lot of the rewards, but I've gotten some 4-star weapons from the raid sections. I've gotten a Vulcan chest piece. But from my understanding, this is also how you get the mods for the power armor. I never wear power armor, but I've been wearing the power armor a lot for these raids. I got a pretty nice set of XO1 power armor, but I did switch out the chest piece for the Vulcan chest piece. The problem is I don't have a jetpack for the Vulcan power armor chest piece. Hopefully I'll get it soon, continuing these raids. But yeah, my summary, I guess, for the raids is very tough, but a lot of fun, and I like doing these raids with friends in particular. I would never do these raids with people I don't know, with randos, but I've been having a lot of fun hanging out with people in voice chat doing these raids, and hopefully I'll be able to complete it, because I would love to have the player titles for it and actually be able to say that I've completed the raid. But I know some people have said they don't want to do them anymore because of either they're just too difficult. Because from my understanding, they did buff the first section with the robot sentry bot part, because people were soloing them. I don't know how, but they were making it through. So like, all right, this is supposed to be tough. Let's make it really tough. It already is tough. We don't need it to be tougher, because god damn. I was, as I'm recording this is Sunday the 8th, I was actually doing the raid on stream with Shreds and a couple of other people in the Gato pub. Ash Lemon Jello decided to join us for a little bit, and we couldn't make it through the first part. and Ash Lemongello had done the raids over 20 times at that point. So, yeah, thanks for buffing it even more. But yeah, they have been tough. But again, I'm really having a lot of fun with it, and I would like to actually say I've been able to beat the raid. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm enjoying the fact that like you can actually get 4-star items with this, some 4-star mods, a lot of different rewards you can get. Each section they've also been giving you super stim packs, fusion cores, things like that. A lot of different rewards. But yeah, this is how you get the 4-star stuff as of right now. Another thing that they introduced with this update is pinging. Like that really threw people off because I don't remember them mentioning the fact that you can ping things now. I play with a controller. I'm not sure how you do it on PC with the mouse and keyboard, but it is the same button you use to emote. So that's kind of how we found out about this. We go to emote at somebody and like, wait, what the hell? Why did I just highlight you? So now you have to hold the button down to actually emote. But this is just my guess. I don't know if they've actually come out and say this, but from my understanding, like I said, this is just an educated guess. But I think it's to help with people who are doing these raids but not in voice chat. So if you need to highlight an enemy or say, hey, go this way, you ping it, you highlight it. So yeah, and also if something is hostile, it will show up red. So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. Not something I'm really going to use a ton because I've been doing raids with voice chat. But it is kind of cool. It's a nice little feature. I think a lot of MMOs have this kind of thing, but I'd never personally seen it. So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, let's go through some of these rewards that you can get through the season. So a lot of the same stuff that we've seen before. Atoms, score boosts, rerollers, icons. Now this season is Enclave themed, so there's been a lot of, even the first page, there's a lot of Enclave paint for power armor. There's an Enclave bandana, there's an Enclave bed, a few different Enclave outfits that you can get, which is kind of cool. Because I think up until now I just had the gray Enclave outfit, but there's one with like gold highlights, which is nice. Yeah, a lot of weapon skins that are Enclave. Page 3 has a taxidermy mole miner head and mole miner junk in a backpack. I don't know if we've seen that before. I don't think we have. There's a dynamite plunger. Let's see, page 4, Enclave stash box, which is cool. Yeah, some power armor or weapon skins. The Tesla cannon is on page 4. Now you have to be what rank do you have to be? I would imagine 40, like in the 40s or 30s. It doesn't actually say on this page, which I think is kind of weird. Yeah, I know a lot of people have been really excited about the Tesla cannon. It looks like you have to have 60 tickets for that, which is kind of expensive. I don't know if anything before the end of the season rewards has had something be that expensive. There's an operating table with a super mutant, which is interesting, on page 5. Also, super mutant head in a jar, collection of beakers, Enclave goggles, Enclave lab coat. Enclave officer power paint. That's interesting. There's a mod for the Tesla cannon on page 5. Page 6, you actually get a plasma core recharger, which is interesting. We've gotten a fusion core recharger, but I don't think we've gotten a plasma core recharger. So that's good. For people who use like Gatling plasmas, there you go. There's a player icon, and I mentioned earlier that you can get player titles in the season rewards. Here's one, Mad. So interesting that it's the scientist page. I guess it's mad scientist. I don't know. Delver is another one that you can get. Let's see, page 7 or page 6. This is page 6. This is page 7. An Enclave themed water cooler. There's another. There's an ammo storage box. Another hand in a jar, which is an Enclave. Box of papers. Yes, you can actually now put a box of papers in your camp because it's not cluttered enough, right? There's a weapon rack. There's a. It looks like a Dia de los Muertos player icon. Another mod for the Tesla cannon. You can actually have a Vault Boy calendar. That would be cool. Does it say October? I can't tell. I would think it would say October on it. Maybe not. Page 8, we get a weather station. So that is a nuke zone. That is cool. I love the nuke zone. I've done plenty of Scorch Beast Queens in the nuke zone with the Modus Files crew, so that's fun. Secret lab door, which looks like a bookshelf. Another head in a jar, which I get this time it's a glowing one. This one also has an operating table for a Trog. Enclave team hazmat suit. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Page 9. This is page 9, right? 3, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 9. Modus vending machine. This is cool. I've actually seen Lawrence from the Modus Files. I believe he has already unlocked the whole scoreboard because it's Enclave themed, of course. He placed 3 of these in his camp. Golden Skull mask, that's cool. Probably wear that around Halloween. This is where the pet skins are. So dog meat, you can make him a white German Shepherd, and cat meat, the gray tabby, you can have him be a black cat. Awesome. This page also has a mod for the Tesla cannon, and also another player title, Experimenter. Page 10. This, I believe, is where you're like rank 92 or whatever. Another paint for the Tesla cannon, paint for the shotgun, the Gauss shotgun. Wall art, that's pretty awesome. Another weapon rack, beer stein, or scientific beaker stein, okay. And yeah, that is the, let's see. Once you get to rank 100, there's an Enclave skin for your workbench, science officer, a dog leaf pile. So this is, I mentioned that you can have something in your camp for your pet. I mentioned the cactus scratching post. So the scratching post isn't initially a cactus. That is a skin that you can get at rank 100. The hole in the ground that you can have for your dog, you can turn that into a leaf pile. I don't know, maybe these are extra things, but I would imagine they're just skins for things you can place in your camp. There is a bloody science, a lab coat. That's interesting. Enclave extractor. I'm not sure what you can get from that. I imagine just whatever you're trying to mine. And also, this one has a skin for your cremator. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that we were going to be still getting skins for the cremator. That's pretty awesome. And then the last page, once you hit 150, is just the consumables that you got at the last season. Repair kits, bobbleheads, scout banners, script, atoms. One thing about the atoms at the last page, I ended last season, I think I was in the 180s. And I can only redeem atoms on that last page twice. Now, with a lot of this stuff, it'll cost you more. Like, you can keep getting perk coins, you can keep getting gold bullion, but I could not continue to get atoms. I don't know why. I had the tickets for them, but I could not actually highlight the atoms. So hopefully that got fixed, because that is something that you're supposed to be able to continue to get. I know people who did keep getting the atoms. But yeah, it only let me redeem the atoms twice. So that was kind of frustrating, because I was trying to buy something in the atom shop and I was 100 atoms shy. So yeah, that was frustrating. So I don't know if that got fixed or not. But anyway, the last thing I'm going to mention, and I talked about this a bit earlier, but our good friends at the Fallout feed are actually doing a roundtable that is focused on Fallout 76. So specifically, this one is going through the Brotherhood of Steel story and the Skyline Valley story. So a couple of the DLC for Fallout 76. And you could use a character that's already existing as long as you haven't done those stories. But with pretty much all of my characters, I've done one of those stories, if not both. So my my alt on Xbox had done Steel Dawn, and actually had done the Skyline Valley story. No, I'm sorry, that my PC character had done Steel Dawn. My alt on PC, but my alt on Xbox, Matt Shaw, had done the Skyline Valley story. My main had done both. My alt on PC had done Steel Dawn. My main on PC, I think, had done the whole... I don't know. But I was excited to roll a new character. So, yeah, this character was given the name Anderson, and everybody thought that I would kind of turn him into the... Agent Smith character from, or not Agent Smith, but Neo or Agent Smith, something Matrix related. But this character was assigned Crater to align with if I decided to go through Wastelanders, which I've done some of Wastelanders, not a ton. But I was like, yeah, I'm going to turn this guy into a Raider. So I'm going to go all in. And this is the first time that I've actually decided to role play the character. So that has been a lot of fun. Hanging out with the Fallout 5.0, I've really I've gotten better with role playing. I wasn't always the best with role playing, but I have really enjoyed role playing Pyro Anderson. And I've even come up with a voice for him. So I gave him the name Pyro because he loves lighting stuff on fire. I gave him a bit of a backstory. Like, he grew up in the vault and he was always lighting shit on fire. And so I gave him a really low, gravelly voice because when you're lighting stuff on fire all the time, there's a lot of smoke, and that smoke does do a number on your voice. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. But I have been having a lot of fun getting into a new character. So yeah, listen to the Fallout feed to hear how I handle the Brotherhood of Steel story and the Skyline Valley story with Pyro Anderson. So that about does it for me. So I'm going to hand this back over to my good buddy Kelsey, and I will see you all in the wasteland.
Thanks as always to my co-host Eric, aka Suliore. Apologies again for the abrupt nature of my intro and my outro. I'm just about, trying to make it through. Yes, but we will be back again very soon. As I said, I think as soon as this cold is cleared up, I'm gonna record something for this because I've got a few things to say. So, you can find us on Twitter/X for the time being. We do still have an account. As mentioned, Eric is, I think, going to make us a Blue Sky account. I'm not on Twitter anymore. I'm using Threads kind of exclusively. So if you're on Threads, come and follow me on there at KD/Buck, KD_Buck. I think Eric is on Threads as well at ENGold08 as usual. He is still on He's not really on Twitter, I think. Again, he's kind of moved to Blue Sky. Everybody's moved to Blue Sky. But come and interact with us via the Spotify page. You know, leave us a review if you enjoy Tapes from the Waste. There's going to be more Fallout coming in the future, as always. And yeah, we'll be here to discuss it. And yeah, I'm just kind of on another planet right now, so I'm going to wrap it up and make this less painful for everyone listening. Thank you as always for listening to the show. We will be back again very soon, and until next time, stay safe out there, wanderers.